Hi everyone, I'm Esmay, welcome to my channel, it's so nice to meet you, or welcome back in case you are already subscribed, I'm really happy to see you again. So as you can see today I won't be singing, so if you clicked on this video thinking I was going to make a cover of Q&A by Cherry Bullet, I'm really sorry, because today I will be answering your Q&A questions instead. I got a lot of really fun questions. Not exactly the questions I expected. I honestly expected questions like, how old are you? How tall are you? What kind of musical instruments do you play? And instead I got questions about worms. But honestly, I'm super excited to answer them all. So let's jump into it. Okay, so the first question is, if you were a worm, would you still make covers? How do you know I'm not a worm? Maybe I am AI generated. Have you ever seen me in real life? No, but honestly, if I was a worm, I'd probably be making like silly worm music, doing my little worm dance. So yes, I would still be making covers. Would you rather be Paul Stanley's pet worm or have a pet worm with Paul Stanley's face under the microscope? How do you even come up with a question like this? So maybe I need to elaborate a little bit. So Paul Stanley is the lead singer of Kiss, my favorite band at the moment. I also made a cover of one of their songs. Worms look terrifying under the microscope, so I'd probably like to be Paul Stanley's pet worm. You know, go on tour with them kind of vibe. I don't know what else I am supposed to say to this. Okay, so now we're moving on to the favorites category. This contains a little bit more basic questions, but still really fun ones, so let's go. So the first one is, what is your favorite book? Well, as you can see over here, I have quite a few books, not really a lot, but enough to have fun reading. And I'm honestly so bad at picking favorites because my favorites change all the time. But right now it's probably The Secret History by Donna Tartt. It's about these really rich white kids in the 80s and they're studying like the ancient languages, and then a murder gets committed and it's really exciting. It's a really good book, really makes you think about a lot of things, and honestly I would recommend it. What is your favorite movie? Oh my god, I don't even think I have like a favorite movie right now. I watch a lot of Marvel, like Disney kind of stuff. I also really liked Bohemian Rhapsody and Elvis, and I recently went to watch Barbie with my sister and I really enjoyed that one too. So I don't really have a set favorite movie. I just change my opinion usually to the movie I've watched last time. What is your favorite musical? Once again, I don't think I have like a really clear favorite. I really enjoy like basic ones. I guess you can say like Hamilton, Heathers was really good, Six, you know, that kind of stuff. And in terms of musicals I've seen in real life, I haven't really been to a musical in a really long time. But I think my favorite will be like The Sound of Music or something. I went to watch it with my parents when I was little and I enjoyed it so much. So probably that one. What is your favorite style of music to sing? Well, you wouldn't guess it based on my channel. K-pop is something I really like singing. I also really like singing musical theater covers, normal pop songs. It's kind of different from the stuff I listen to because, like I said, I'm really into Kiss and they're hard rock, sometimes even borderline metal, I'd say. But I couldn't sing that to like save my life, you know? It's so much fun, but just not for my vocal cords. What is your favorite solo cover? So this one changes all the time too, because you know, like whenever I put out a new solo, it's the best I could have done for that cover, and because I'm continuously improving, in my opinion, at least I hope so, this also changes to like the most recent cover I've done. So right now my favorite solo is probably maybe my Beth one from Kiss, or I liked my Get Up one too. It was a really short one, but I think the harmonies were pretty nice. So I'd say one of those. Oh my god, I completely forgot, but I also really like my solo cover of Part of Your World by The Little Mermaid because I got to sing in 5 different languages and I thought that was really fun. What is your favorite collab cover? The first one that comes to mind, honestly, is Boca. I think I had a really good guest for that one. Everyone slayed their parts. Actually, let me look up which other covers I have. Ooh, another collab cover I really liked was Into the New World. Once again, I thought the cast did so pretty, they did so well. And like the all parts, the harmonies during the chorus, I loved it. I'm so proud of everyone. So that's my favorite. So up next, we have a few special questions again. The first one is, can you beatbox? No, I wish. The second one is, will you beatbox? No. And the third one is, please beatbox. So that's all you're gonna get. So now we're moving on to some more covering related questions. Super fun. The first one is, how are you so talented? I love you. Thank you for boosting my ego. I actually wouldn't really consider myself talented. I mean, if you listen to like my old stuff here on YouTube, which you can because I've deleted all of it for a good reason, you will find that I'm I really started at the bottom. Make a missile like a missile, bomb, bomb, like. I've gotten musical theater classes since I was very young. I think I actually sounded pretty good on stage. But once I started covering, I put in my earphones and I turned on the volume as high as possible so I couldn't hear anything except for like the music. I couldn't hear myself, and I thought the harder I screamed, the better I would be. So it was just like off-key screaming.
I said, oh, jump scare.
Like, I think I did a cover of Happiness by Red Velvet with a bunch of friends. And I did like Wendy's Bridge, like the Shine On Me part. Why did people lie to me? Why did people say this sounded good? I did not hit a single note in that bridge. So I wouldn't really say I'm talented, just putting in a lot of hard work, hours of work every day, mainly. And yeah, once again, thank you for your kind words. Be honest, would you ever cover a mashup? I would love to cover a mashup. I've actually recorded lines for a bunch of mashup covers, but they never got released, so that's sad, but I will be up for it. You know, if you have a good mashup you'd like me to cover, or if you want me to participate in a mashup cover, let me know in the comments and I'd gladly do it. So next is, what was the first song you remember covering? Okay, so when I was like 12, so back in 2015, my friend and I made this cover duo called EH Whatever. At our school we had like this music room and we would go there during break time and ask our teacher if she had a microphone we could use to record. And we wrote lyrics to Undertale songs. Undertale's like this really funny game we used to be obsessed with, and it had like really good songs on the soundtrack, but they all were instrumental, so we wrote our own lyrics to them and then we sung them. And I remember mixing them, and it was literally just me putting the raw vocals on the track, and I cut out like one part where one of us hit the microphone, and that was it. I remember being so proud of it, and it was awful, but we had fun. And I think we released like 2 of those covers, and after that we kind of stopped. And then in 2017 I released my first K-pop group cover. It was Loser by Blackpink. And I remember people made like drawings of us for the video because we didn't want to use our photos, and it looked so cute. But once again, I didn't hit a single note and my voice was super shaky. I'm not sure what I was doing, but whenever I hit a note it would be like like that kind of. I don't know, like once again I just had the volume up so high. Loser, 외톨이, 쓴 척하는 겁쟁이. So I guess that's the first covers I did. Oh, and my first solo cover that was from K-pop was Why So Lonely? No, that's not true. It was I Feel You. That was it. It was I Feel You by the Wonder Girls. Once again, not a single note was hit. My voice was shaky, but I had fun, so whatever, I guess. If you could delete one collab you've been in out of existence, which one would you choose and why? I think most of them are already deleted out of existence. I hope so, at least. But yeah, everything from like before 2020 or 2021. no comment. It was terrible. I think one time somebody called me out and they were like, I think you're going a little bit flat on that note. And I was like, no, how dare you? I sound great. I did not sound great. I sounded awful. Any of my early day stuff, please get it out of here. If you're watching this video and you have a collab with me from like 2020, I will pay you to take it down. Which idols' lines do you enjoy covering the most? Oh, this is a really fun one. I think it really depends because I really like doing high notes and that kind of stuff. I'm not the best at it, but I really enjoy it. So I usually really like taking like Gio from Twice's lines, but at the same time my voice is a bit on the deeper and warmer end of the vocal spectrum. So I also really like covering Jay from Stacy's lines, Yuki from G-Idol's lines, you know, those kind of vocalists. I think those are really fun. In Luna cover groups, I used to take Hasil's lines most of the time. So yeah, if you could give yourself when you first started covering advice now, what would you tell her? Oh my god, first of all, get off your high horse. You are not as good as you think you are, but at the same time, also take like the haters with a grain of salt. I will say like listen to constructive criticism, but make sure to pick out what's right, because I remember one time somebody told me I had to sing for my throat and yell to hit a high note, and I was like, why? Like, what are you even trying to do? You want me to damage my vocal cords? And like, I get where they were coming from, because I used to be, well, I wouldn't say shy, because I had a lot of confidence. This was like in 2021, I guess. You know, the point where I realized I had to start hitting notes, but because I wanted to make sure they were, you know, really on key and stuff, I started getting a bit shy and wanting to make sure the notes were hit, and I wouldn't always put in all of my energy. So I guess this person just wanted me to put in more energy. But singing from your throat is not a way, you know? Because if I'm gonna start singing from my throat, I will not be able to sing in 5 years at all. So, you know, get off your high horse, keep your feet on the ground, and stay grounded. Do you have any big projects regarding music right now? Like, are you thinking about making original songs? That would be bomb. Well, first of all, thank you for being interested. I'm considering making original songs. I mean, I have been considering making original songs ever since I started covering, actually. But it's so hard. I always write down stuff, and I always have like, you know, either the chorus or the verses. And, you know, I always finish the lyrics. The lyrics are not necessarily the hardest part for me, but the producing is insane. Also because I don't really have any professional gear, I would say. Like in terms of audio mixing programs or producing programs, I literally record and mix with Audacity, so that's not really anything special. And if I try to produce something, I use BandLab, which once again isn't really the best, I would say. But maybe if I ever end up gaining a bit more traction on YouTube, I will consider investing in some, you know, good, actually good programs, and I can maybe start working together with people to get out my own song, because I really think that will be so cool. If you could perform on Broadway, which musical would you choose? Ooh, well, like I said, I think Heathers is really cool. I would like to play one of the Heathers. I don't think Heather McNamara would fit my voice really well, so I'd probably either go with Heather Chandler or Heather Duke. Or Veronica. I think those parts will be so much fun. Or Six. I think that will be really fun too, you know, either Catherine of Aragon or Anne Boleyn. Yeah, I think those two parts will be so much fun. So yeah, that's kind of my dream role, I'd say. I actually tried to audition for Frozen, but I didn't even make it to the auditions because they said I didn't have enough experience in terms of like theater schooling or previous projects, because like I think I quit my after school theater classes when I was 15 and I'm 20 now, so I totally get it, but I did think it was a shame I couldn't, you know, show them my stuff. How are you this pretty? Please, Esmay. Also, are you going to cover other Dutch songs, or maybe a French song, or maybe a French and Dutch duet?
You think I'm pretty?
Thank you. That's so sweet. So I would love to cover another Dutch song. I love singing in my native language, which is also why, you know, I really liked the Part of My World, Part of Your World, the Little Mermaid cover. I do have some Dutch projects planned, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to like execute them. So, you know, coming soon. In terms of French, I am so awful at French. I had it like in middle school and I dropped it in high school because I would continuously just get like an F on every assignment I did. So me personally, I will not be singing in French on this channel. I'm so sorry. It's such a beautiful language, but I just suck at it. But I would really be down for a French and Dutch duet, so, you know, hit me up. What is your dream house like? Oh, that's such a fun question, actually. I do have to say I'm more into like the older houses, you know, like the 18th, 19th century kind of stuff. You know, the really big ones and, you know, with like the statues and the big entry halls and that kind of stuff. I love that. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to afford it, but, you know, it's a dream house, so... And I will also have my own room for music, because right now, like, I have my electrical piano and my bass guitar all just cropped into my room. I can maybe show you if you guys want to. You know, do a room tour. Maybe that will be fun, actually. So, you know, that kind of stuff. And I'd also like to have a swimming pool. I really love swimming, but I hate getting out of the water and like getting dry. So I'm not sure if I will use it a lot, but I mean, how cool is it to say you have a swimming pool?
I've never used our pool, actually.
What?
Yeah, can you believe that? But I love our pool.
Oh, and also one thing is like a walk-in closet. This is also like a culture shock for me, actually, because here in the Netherlands, as you can see over here is my closet. I just have like a tiny one where I hang my stuff. And one time somebody told me like, your room is so echoey, please record in the closet. And I was like, how? But apparently in America, a lot of people have walk-in closets, which is so cool. So in my dream house, I will also have a walk-in closet. Worst song from your ultimate group? Don't do this to me. I don't think I have any songs that I think are like genuinely like terrible. If we're talking like non-K-pop, I'm not sure if I have like a Kiss song I really hate. And in K-pop, it's the same, I think. I mean, sometimes it may take me a little bit to get into a song, but over time, I learned to appreciate everything. Like, for example, NMIX, I used to really dislike OO. One of my friends, if I can call him that, Johnny, he made a OO cover, and I remember commenting on it like, I really dislike this song, but you did so well. And people started sending me death threats. And maybe I should have worded it differently, because of course, I did not intend to drag the girls down. They're so talented. But the song just really had to take some time to get into my head and make me like it, and now I really love it. So, best song from a group you don't listen to much. Ooh, I'm not really into boy groups, but Stray Kids has some really good songs. Middle by Stray Kids is so good. It just, like the first time I listened to it, it gave me instant nostalgia. So, you know, I think that's a really good song. How and when did you get into K-pop? I love your covers. Thank you, that's really kind of you. I got into K-pop when I was like 13, going on 14, I think. I was in 7th or 8th grade, and I had this friend. She's also the friend I mentioned earlier who made my first covers with me. We were both really into anime at first. Yes, I went through every single embarrassing stage. You can call me out on that. And then one time she showed me this reaction video, which was people reacting to Blood, Sweat and Tears by BTS, Monster by EXO, and Boombaya by Blackpink. Or Playing with Fire, actually. I'm not sure. Yeah, I just loved it. Like, it took me some time to get into it once again, because back then K-pop was really not normalized in my country. So, you know, at first it was like, am I weird for listening to this? But I just didn't care. I continued listening to it, and yeah, I used to have BTS as my ultimate group for a really, really long time, along with Blackpink, and then I started listening to other groups, and now my favorite group is Twice. They're actually one of the only groups I own merchandise from. Actually, I can show you right now because it's right behind the camera. So here I have my You Never Walk Alone album from BTS. This was the first K-pop album I ever got. And then over here, I have Likey by Twice, or Twiceagram. The album Likey is on. And yeah, so that's kind of my K-pop story, I guess. What do you see yourself doing a few years from now? This is such a hard question because, you know, I would love to do more with singing and making covers, but maybe a bit more realistically. I study psychology right now, so in a few years I'm probably graduated, hopefully, and a psychologist helping people. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet because part of me wants to join the army and help soldiers with PTSD and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'd love to have my own clinic and help people. So I'm still kind of figuring that stuff out, but we'll see about that. And last but not least, can I have your hand in marriage? Yes, you may. So I guess those were all the questions. Thank you all so much to everyone who sent me their questions. There were some really funny ones in there. They were all super exciting to answer. I hope you got to learn a little bit more about me today. I hope I didn't bore you too much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. You know, stick around on my channel if you'd like to. I will maybe be making more Q&A videos if you guys would like to. I'd probably stick to covering most of the time, but you know, if you have any requests, make sure to let me know and I'd gladly consider them. So once again, thank you for watching and I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye!